starts? The man. He loves.
Pastor Bishai
is looking at me. That's what I said. People are fighting. Who starts? If she doesn't start, I will not start. If he doesn't. Apostle Elijah has made it easy. He said, if he has not loved you, start by respecting. That's an extra. Your right as a wife is, I have to love you before you respect me. The men are looking bad at me. Men, husband, do not wait. Love her before she respects you. If she insults you, you kiss her. They're looking down.
Next. Go quick. Ngo aryeze amaze kuryogesha amazi n'ijambo rye 27. Aryishyire rifite ubwiza ridafite ikizinga. Niyo mpamvu amavuta yose abaho kwisi muzantabara
beautiful oil anointing.
Ikizinga cyangwa umunkanyari cyangwa ikintu cyose gisa gityo ahubwo ngo ribe iryera ridafite inenge. 28. Uko niko abagabo bakwiriye gukunda abagore babo nk'imibiri yabo. Ukunda umugore we aba yikunda.
He who loves his wife loves himself.
Kuko nta muntu wakwanga umubiri we ahubwo yawugaburira akawukuyakuya nk'uko Kristo abigira itorero. Kuko turi ingingo z'umubiri we. Nicyo gituma umuntu azasiga se na nyina akabana n'umugore we akaramata. Bombi bakaba umubiri umwe. Ibyo n'ubwiru bukomeye cyane ariko ibyo mvuga byerekeye kuri Kristo n'itorero. Next. Nuko namwe umuntu wese
so you must love his wife as he loves himself.
Ijambo rikurikira. Oya abagabo barisoma. Mureke mwebwe. Soma iriya verse. Muri yaraje gusoma nabi. Abone uko yubaha umugabo we. Ntabwo babumva kabisa. Bari yaraje gusoma nabi. Musome neza. 1, 2, 3. Nuko namwe umuntu wese akunde umugore we nk'uko yikunda akitso kugira ngo umugore nawe abone yubaha umugabo we. Sebivuze. Next. Bana mujye mwumvira ababyeyi banyu mu mwami wacu. Nanjye guhamya Pastor Francis. Bana mujye mwumvira ababyeyi banyu mu mwami wacu kuko ari byo bibakwiriye.
Children, obey your parents.
Ubahe so na nyoko. Iryo ni ryo tegeko rya mbere ririmo isezerano. Kugira ngo ubone amahoro uramire mwisi. Reka ahagarara ahangaha.
Stop here.
Ngiye kubwira abasore bose barahangana abahungu n'abakobwa.
I want to tell all the young men and the young ladies.
Bamwe muri mwebwe mitware yabo iri kudutukisha.
Some of you, your attitude are insulting, being an insult to us.
No kubura ubwenge bwanyu biri guteza ibibazo.
And lacking wisdom from you is causing problems.
Kuba papa wawe adakijijwe.
If your father is not a Christian,
aracyari papa wawe.
He's still your father.
Kandi muri position y'ubupapa bwe,
in his position as a father,
aracyafite umuvumo yarekura n'umugisha yarekura.
He can release a curse or a blessing on you.
Rero imyitware yawe nk'umurokore,
your attitude as a Christian should be
no kumvira kwa papa wawe,
and you honoring or obeying your father,
gira ubwenge
have wisdom
udafata inkota
so that you don't take the sword
ukashyira mu kiganza cye
and put it in his hand
akagucumita.
so he can pierce it on you.
Mugira ubwenge.
Be wise.
Yarabivuze kuba papa wanjye yari atarakizwa ari umugabo mwiza umupapa njye ngijijwe ndangije amashuri ndi engineer.
My father wasn't saved and I finished my school as an engineer.
Rimwe arambwira.
And he told me,
Rini, uragenda ukagaruka ukagenda ukagaruka.
You go and you come back, you go outside, you're always at church. I don't see you.
Ikindi cya kabiri.
And the second,
wari umusore nari kwirata munini ukomeye urya amabuye wa mugari uterura.
You're a strong man.
None wara.
And today you become slim.
Washizemo. Aravuga rero uyu munsi ndahujya.
He said, you will not go anywhere. That day there was no phones. I sent my friend. I was going in intercession. And my father refused. I will stay. He said, are you staying because your father said you should stay? I said, yes. You can replace me. And they went. My father had a storeroom. I helped him in the job. The evening, we stayed together the whole evening. And at 4 p.m. he asked me, why didn't you go to pray? Why didn't you go to pray? Be wise, do not go against your father or your mother. Even though he is not saved, our fight is on our knees. Is not going against each other. Christianity is to know how to relate to people, to take them to God. This girl came to me and told me, he said, my father refused our wedding. And God has showed me that this is my husband. And I said, I agree with you that this is your husband. But if your father has gone against it, do not go against him. You have your knees. And your knees has the strength beyond your father. Do not go against your father because he has no strength beyond God. Pray. Be humble before your father.
Iki ndarengana ariko papa ni papa wowe kumurusha imbaraga mumpirire akamuhina bye akamuhina uragira ngo papa wawe na mama wawe bafite imbaraga zo guhagarara imbere y'ubukwe Imana yavuze ngo yes ariko mutangiye guhangana ubugiye mu kibanza cya Satani yahawe Imana ntabwo itabara ntukagibura ubwenge fata fiancé wawe kubitaka croisade vuge mana iyi croisade yitwa ngo muzeka ijamahe muhine muremera ko Imana isubiza amasengesho.
Take them to God. Take your father to God and let God bring him, humble him.
Papa vuze ngo
if your father says
sinshaka kujya mu minsi 40
I don't want you to go in 40 days.
ndashaka gushaka akazi.
I want you to look for a job. Do not say, I chase you, devil. Say,
I stay.
Papa, I wanted to go there, but if you don't want me to go there, I will stay. And you speak to God. You know how much I thirst for you. That man is not beyond you. Because your principles never change. Take my father. Beloved. I cannot speak everything, but you will speak on my behalf.
Let's say this. I have no reason to justify my teachings. Your life will speak for me.
Ntabwo ngomba kuburana nibyo nigisha ahubwo mwebwe muzagenda mumvuganire.
Your life changed.
Ubuzima bwanyu buhindutse.
Your fruit of the Holy Spirit.
Imbuto zanyu z'umwuka.
Your values.
Indangagaciro zanyu.
Will speak louder.
Zizavuga cyane.
Than I can do.
Kurusha ibyo njyewe nakora.
I
have many men who are my friends. Who are pagans, real pagans. Who have their wives here. Do you know what they love about? Because I've built their home. And they tell me, I haven't come to your church yet, but I'm starting to come. Do you know what's bringing that man to the church? It's not words. The wife they've been fighting every day with, now they have stopped fighting.
So,
my children, to be spiritual is to know how to manage the person who's not spiritual. You humble yourself in his principle until God, whatever God asks of you, the reason is you will not, you will last long, live long, you will have peace.
So,
children who is here, honor your father and your mother. I don't want to repeat what Pastor Francis preached. Thank you. It was clear. Very clear. Jesus. Jesus did not go against his father or mother, even though he was 100% God. The good thing is this crusade will change you. Next thing. You fathers, do not exasperate your children. Teach them the ways of God. I'm going to stop there. You know, there's not one of my children until last year. We've sat together and looked at each other. After 1 year, I speak to them as a whole. But I found out that there's no one I've made a friend. I told my daughter one day, I told her, we're going out, me and you.
arishima mbona umwana ahinduye amabara abaye jaune bleu vert rouge orange. Hanyuma turagenda.
And we went out.
Ngeze hariya mu mujyi hariya chez John araka restaurant biza ngo chez John.
I went to chez John.
Bajya bateka n'ubugari n'isombe.
I took her chez John.
Mbageze.
When I reached there,
nsanga abahungu n'abakobwa biganaga ariya
her classmates.
Bateraniye bagukore surprise.
They gathered there to the surprise.
Ndavuga uburyo twaje tuganira neza yishimye mbona arishimye nubwo surprise ari nziza ariko namenye ubungubu niho menya ko she needs not just surprise, she needs her father face to face speaking lovely, not correcting.
Hafi baganira.
Kose murangomera amashyika naratsinzwe narapfuye. Si mwebwe ubu barancitse bose. Uwanyuma yagiye muri college.
The last born is in college.
Papa Sandra yanteraga ishyari n'ishya yanteraga.
Papa Sandra used to make me envious.
Umwanya umwe n'umwana umwe.
He had a time for one-on-one with their children.
Do not experience your children.
Do not be harsh on your children.
Just your girl are
a mother who is close friend with her daughters. Who has daughters they go against. We'll pray for you. Who is a father who is a friend to his children? Who has those there they go against? Even though you're hiding.
You just take our ugahamagara umwana ngwino bina hano ngwino ukabona umwana ngoyu gutya hari hamwe na papa we gutya.
You see a child with his father, a son with his father. The pagans, they take them to bars. But us, you can take him to church and you talk. And you put him down and you punish him and lift him up. Who has been afraid of his parents? Fathers who has exasperated their children. Who has hide themselves from their parents. This sickness is everywhere. It's like malaria. Do you know? If only I had time to go with each one of you. Many of you are fatherless. If I took Papa Gashagaze out, he will rejoice. A child is like another, even though he has gray hair. The reason is many wounds comes from fathers or mothers who has been harsh.
I beg you.
Parents who are here, I beg you.
Make your children friends as you can. Correct them with love.
They will grow up telling you everything. Imagine your daughter coming to you who is 14 years old and saying, That will keep your children from sinning if you are close to your children.
ariko kugira ngo mucudike ugomba kuba uciye bugufi takakaye.
For you to be friends with your children, you have to be.
Next. Namwe mbata. Ibanda afite abakozi ngaho.
Slaves. Who has maids in your home? Those who work for themselves, who don't need maids, housemaids. Those who have housemaids. There are those who help you.
Number 2, computer yabo ni icyungu cyabo.
Their computer is the kitchen. So,
namwe mbata mujye
slave
bashobuja bo mubiri. Ninde hanga ukorera abandi kora munzu.
Who serves as a housemaid in the house?
Basigaranye abana.
They stayed with the children.
Okay, nta kibazo. Ariko rero mbata mujye mwumvira bashobuja bo mubiri nguko mwumvira Kristo mububashye muhinda imishyitsi kandi mutaryarya mu mitima yanyu.
Honor your master.
Nimukabakorere bakibahagarikiye gusa ngo mureke mumere nk'abanezeza abantu, ahubwo mumere nk'imbata za Kristo, mukore iby'Imana ishaka mubikuye hehe ku mutima. Next, mubakorere mubyishimiye nk'abakorera umwami wacu, mutari nk'abakorera abantu. Kuko muzi yuko umuntu wese iyo akoze ikintu cyiza azakiturwa nande n'umwami, naho yaba imbata cyangwa uwo mudendezo. Namwe bashebuja aba ariko mugirira abagaragu banyu, namwe mureke kubakangisha kuko muzi yuko musangiye shobuja. Iri jambo rirakaze cyane.
This word is strong.
Hari abadamu benshi bavugana nabi n'abakozi babo.
There are many women who speak badly to their maid. Even men. Mostly women. They accept. He has value in his spirit. There are those who slap them.
Kuba taragize ubuntu bwo kwiga ngo agire grace nk'iyo wagize ntibihindura ko ataba umuntu nkawe.
Because he has not had the grace to go to school like you does not change that he's a man like you.
Kuba yabagukorera nukukorohereza akazi nguko nani. Therefore namwe bashebuja
masters,
ibyo bakeneye umushahara wabo
give them.
Ntubakangishe kuko muzi yuko musangiye shobuja uri hehe. Ibisabye kuca bugufi kugira ngo wumve ko mufite boss commun.
That asks us to be humble, to understand that we have the same Father in heaven. I'm going to ask you something that's hard. Those who do service in their home, do it with your housemaids. That's where you will see those who have demons and those who don't. And some of them are possessed and they go. And if you they poison your children. But if you gather together, you worship together with your housemate. Two things. He will become a child of God. Or he will go, he will leave. We have seen this many times. Give her his or her own salary. He's a man like you.
afite amarangamutima nkawe,
He has a heart like
akeneye
you.
agaciro nkawe.
He has a value like you.
Rwose
Really.
musengane,
Pray with your maid.
muganirize,
Talk with your maid.
umwubahe.
Respect your maid. Next.
Namwe bagore nuko mugandukira abagabo banyu kugira ngo nubwo abagabo bamwe batumvira iki?
The word of God.
Tumvire ijambo ry'Imana nibyo? Bareshwe, bemezwe n'ingeso nziza z'abagore babo. Ninde ahangaha mu bagore
Who among
watumye
you
umugabo akizwa kubera ingeso?
who has caused your husband to be saved because of your attitude?
Umwe ko mutama uragira ngo araza kubona aze kugukubita mu rugo. Yarakijwe nawe asubira
Are
inyuma.
you afraid that he was?
Ninde mugabo hanga abagabo aba bantu niboroha guhinduka. Ninde mugabo hanga wakizwe mbere y'umugore we?
Who among you who has men who have been saved before your wife?
Okay. Cyana gusa. Enda hariya. Mwenda atariya. Ninde mugore hanga ugeze abwirwa n'umugabo we ngo mugore wanjye ndabona warahindutse kabisa, amuhe compliment d'objet.
Who among you has seen your husband has told you, I've seen you changed, and one day has said thank you because you've changed?
Ninde mugabo hanga
Who among men
watangajwe nuko umugore we yahindutse?
has been amazed to see your wife changed?
Ko mutazamura?
Why are you not?
Uziko ntacyo nkora.
What am I doing?
Ndataze mikro ntacyo nkora.
I'm giving the microphone. I'm not doing anything. If no one is changing, I'm not doing anything.
Z'abagore ba nubwo baba ari ntaje abavuze. Next. Babone ingeso zanyu zitunganye zitagamije zifatanije niba umurimbo wanyu we kuba w'inyuma wo kuboha imishatsi cyangwa wo kwambara zahabu cyangwa wo gukanisha imyenda. Next. Ahubwo ube w'imbere uhishwe mu bitsima, umurimbo utangirika umwuka ufite ubugwaneza n'amahoro ari wo w'igiciro cyinshi mu maso y'Imana. Abagore bera bakera biringiraga Imana niko birimbishaga bagandukira abagabo babo. Kuko Sara yumviraga Aburahamu akamwita umutware we. Namwe muri abana buwo niba mukora neza ntimugire ubwoba bubahamura. Yes, namwe bagabo nuko mubane n'abagore banyu mwerekana iki? Ubwenge mu byo mubagirira kuko bameze nk'inzabya zidahwanije namwe gukomera. Kandi ijambo rya kabiri,
the second word,
habaraganwa namwe ubuntu bw'ubugingo kugira ngo amasengesho yanyu ye kugira inkomyi. Igikurikira sindi busome tujye ku ngingo ndangize.
I'll go to the point.
Yes. Kugira ngo point zamura tujye kuri point.
Let's go to the point.
Barakisomera barakuze. Abanzi babiri bakomeye b'urugo rwacu cyangwa umuryango wacu ni babiri. Umwe yitwa ubwibone.
Two of the enemies of our home or our families. Two, pride.
Icya kabiri irari ririmo amaso n'umubiri. Ninde uzitandukanya hagati y'irari ry'amaso n'irari ry'umubiri?
Who know the difference between the lust of the eyes and the lust of the flesh? Give example.
Kurya cyane ni irari ry'umubiri cyangwa ry'amaso?
To eat, to have greed.
Okay.
Is it the lust of the eye?
Wese ni irari ry'amaso n'iry'umubiri. Gusinda inzoga ni iry'amaso n'iry'umubiri.
Flesh. Lust of the flesh.
Kwifuza inzu y'abandi ni amaso n'umubiri.
Lusting your neighbor's house.
Kwifuza imodoka y'abandi ni amaso n'umubiri.
The eyes.
Bakundwa,
brethren,
aba nibo banzi babiri bakomeye cyane.
Two are our greatest enemy.
Imana nimfashe ejo nzavuga kuri pride kuko tujye kurangiza iyi topic tujya mu wundi mwaka. Ariko ejo
Tomorrow I will talk about pride.
Irari na pride ni ibintu bibiri bikomeye. Selfishness n'ubwibone ni ikintu gikomeye cyane. Kandi kimwe ni intebe, ikindi ni imbehe, ikindi ni ukuryoherwa. Ibyo ni bibiri. Imwe ni intebe.
One is a position.
Yes. Ikindi.
Second one.
Ni imbehe.
Is a place.
Ikindi.
The food.
No kwifuza.
The other one is lust.
Selfishness. Cyangwa
kwikunda. Selfishness.
Na pride.
And pride.
Pride yo ni hatari, ni inzoka ifite ibitwe byinshi utamenya yafatiye.
Pride is like a serpent that has many heads. You cannot know which one it is.
Guceceka.
Being quiet.
Igihe wakavuze.
When you had to speak.
Pride.
Is pride.
Kuvuga.
To speak.
Igihe wakacecetse.
Where you had to be quiet.
Pride.
Is pride.
Ndabivuze.
I just said it.
Gutanga inzira.
To give the way.
Igihe utakayitanze.
Where you had not to give the way.
Ni pride.
Is pride.
Kuvuga icyo uri cyo.
To speak about yourself.
Igihe waruke kutakivuga.
When you didn't have to speak about yourself.
Ni pride.
Is pride.
Kutavuga icyo uri cyo.
To not say who you are.
Igihe waruke kukivuga.
When you had to say who you are.
Ni pride.
Is pride.
Kurya.
To eat.
Igihe utaruke kurya.
When you had not to eat.
Ni pride.
Is pride.
Kutarya.
To not eat.
Ukabeshya kudashonje kandi umeze
nabi. And to lie that you're not hungry when you're hungry.
Ni pride.
Is pride.
Mbivuge?
Should I say it?
Kuva ku ntebe.
To get out of a chair.
Igihe utaruke kuyivaho.
When you did not have to get out of the chair.
Pride.
Is pride.
Kwisigaraho.
To stay on that chair, seated on that chair. When you had to stand out of that chair.
Pride.
N'ubwibone.
Gutanga itangazo ry'amasengesho kwiriza ubusa.
To give an announcement to have fasting.
Igihe kidakwiriye.
When it's not the right time.
Pride.
Is n'ubwibone.
Kudatangaza.
To not announce that there's a fasting.
Waruke gutangaza.
When you had to announce that there was a fasting.
Pride.
Is pride.
Gutanga amafaranga.
To give money.
Ukabivuga.
And you say that you're going to give the money.
Bitari igihe cyo kubivuga.
When it was not the time to say it. N'ubwibone.
Gatanga bucece.
And to give it in a silent way. When you had to speak it. To speak while you're giving it.
Ni pride.
N'ubwibone.
Kuko hari uwo byagafashije.
There's someone it can help when you say it.
Kumva ko umuhungu atagukwiriye mwagashakanye.
To feel like you're not worthy of that man is pride.
Nanone gupfa kwemera utamwemeye ni pride.
Just receive that man or that woman when you don't feel like you want to receive them is pride.
Gushimira Imana kuca bugufi.
To thank God that you're humble.
Kandekera aho ngaho. Zamuradi. Mu muryango guca bugufi no kwirinda ibisindisha niryo banga niyo soko ishoboza buri wese gusohoza inshingano ze. Number 1, umugore ntiyaganduka adafite umutima uca bugufi, naho ubundi habaho guhangana. Ibyo n'ukuri sukuri.
In our family, being humble and being sober is the secret that will allow us to have good relationship and to fulfill our duty. Let me tell my ladies or my daughters. Hi. The people you see there, the little boys that have become big boys, grew up, and they have one sickness. They love worship, praise. The men you see there, if you told him that he was a man and tell him that he's a man, if you continue, he will continue to grow big. Tomorrow he can do a miracle. If you tell him that he's a dog, if you tell him among the men, do you really put yourself among the men? He really shrinks. The man that you see there, if you pump him up, he will bring you an airplane. If you make him below him, tomorrow you might not find what to buy food. They're like balloons that are full of air. If you piece them, they will shrink. Woman, the wife cannot be submissive if he does not have a heart that is humble. A wife who does not keep herself sober, cannot take care of the inner man. You will spend all her time in the external person so that he will bring on herself. Who has seen a gift from her husband? A gift from her husband. Who never have seen that? Who has spent 2 years without getting a gift from his husband? Who has spent? Let me stop there. If the men will look on the side and I will talk to the woman. The man will not love, will not cherish his wife without having a humble heart. I told the men when I was in Bujumbura, let every man carry his wife 2 minutes. No one has done it. I repeated my announcement. I'm saying every man carry your wife. They looked down. They said, "Yego, did you understand?" They looked down. I coughed. I said, every man carry your wife on your lap. And they looked down. I waited so they can respect me. Nobody did it. When I saw that nobody did it, I started a song. I went on another point. And after, when I finished preaching, the pastor took the word and said, Apostle has preached a great message. But he added another Congolese thing. Do you understand the Congolese thing he was talking about?
hanyuma ndataha.
I went home.
Mbaza pastori wari wanyakiriye n'abandi aho ngaho.
I asked the pastor who received me.
Ibyo ntibibaho.
That does not exist. It doesn't exist.
It
doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. One day in Kimisagara, tell your husband that you love, tell your wife that you love her. One man was sitting there in the front and his wife. I waited for the man to do that. He looked on the side, the other side. I repeated. Every man, turn to your wife and tell her that you love her. He looked far aside. And afterwards I told the man, why didn't you tell the he knows it. He knows that I love her. He knows I love her. The man that we have out here, out there, just say it. If she knows it, just say it. You know, loving and to show your love is being humble. No one loves with his chest up. When you give your ring, you bow your knees, one knee. You bow one knee. Isn't that true, Mugabo? Did you bow one knee? Pastor Bishai, I'm not sure if he said take.
Fata siski. Fata se fata.
Take.
Fata.
Take.
Anyway, Jewe, Jenny dance.
Meets. I gave my ring after 3 years. I gave a ring. Fiancé after 23 years. After 23 years, that's when I gave my engagement fiancé ring. I don't know if it was in our time, we were not giving engagement ring. I sent some of my beloved. She was in her 40 days of prayer. I welcome her. I took I brought the ring. After 23 years. After 23 years. I gave my engagement ring.
Anyway.
We'll repeat that. The man who is here and who has not received, woman who has not received care from their man, you will bow your knees, man, and give a ring. Man cannot honor or love his wife without humility.
Next.
Children cannot obey or honor their parents without having a heart of humility. Workers cannot serve their master at home without a humble heart.
ngo babahe ibikwiriye badaciye bugufi. So
masters cannot respect their workers without a humble heart. Everything comes around humility. Let me stop here.
Abantu babiri bubatse urugo ntibahuza mu mwuka, mu bugingo, mu biri, mu butunzi, mu kubana n'abandi batamenetse ngo buri umwe apfe bugufi. Noneho navanye guca.
Two people cannot build a house in the spirit, in the soul, and in the body, in their riches, in their well-being, without humility, without dying.
Apfe ku nyungu ze aharanira gukorera cyangwa gucira bugufi kugira neza mugenzi we.
Dying to their own interests so they can serve the other.
Ndumva ndangirije aha ngaha.
I'm going to stop here.
Twari tugifite iminota 30 yo gusenga kuko nagomba kurangiza saa 3.
I had another 30 minutes of praying.
Nimba ntanga mikro, nimba dusenga, nimba tuzasenga, nimba tugira gute, ariko uyu no mwanya wa prayer.
Today is the time of prayer.
Reka mbabwire uko dusenga gutya.
I'm going to tell you how we're going to pray.
Yesu araje.
Jesus is coming.
Impamo y'Imana araje kabisa.